what we have here is JFK's birthday and the date that he was shot. And right here is a Moon-Pluto conjunct. It's natal moon transiting Pluto, and they're exactly in the same place. You can see how the natal moon is in Virgo at 14 degrees almost exactly, and Pluto in the transiting chart is in Virgo, 14 degrees, 0 almost exactly, and they're in the middle of the chart. You can confirm this with your favorite astronomer, Neil deGrasse Tyson or whoever. It's going to come up with the same answer. Moon conjunct Pluto on these dates. That's the natal moon and the transiting Pluto. And so we have the date that he was born, together with the time that I kind of fiddled around with to get it all to line up. And all I did is I lined up the moon in his birth chart with Virgo, Pluto and Virgo. And so I just lined those up, came up with this date kind of from both charts. So maybe that's the time he was born, maybe not, but that's how I arrived at that. I just lined up the moon and Pluto in the astrology, put them in the same spot in the chart, and it happens to be this happened on the day of his death. But let me change this and show you just how precise it is, because this isn't big deal. This happens like once or twice in a month, maybe 4 times, I don't know. But it's pretty rare to line it up exactly on the day that you died. Or you would think that, wouldn't you? And so this is JFK with a Moon-Pluto conjunct, and we have lots of inconjuncts, 150 degrees. We have a lot of squares, predominantly. Squares are bad, 90 degrees in the charts. And this little n here means it's in the natal chart. The T means transiting chart. And the B means both charts are represented. One light is in the natal chart, and the other light is in the transiting chart. So that's what the B means. Both charts, transiting, natal, and lots of both charts with lots of inconjuncts. We'll come back to that. But the main things I want to show you is this conjunct. It's also true in Bobby Kennedy's chart. See, here's a Moon-Pluto. They're both transiting in this case. So it's not really in his chart, but it's on the date that he died. I changed, the newscaster said a few minutes after midnight, Bobby Kennedy was shot. But I'm guessing it's more like 5:23 a.m. instead of a few minutes after midnight. And this isn't the day he died. This is the day that he got shot by Sirhan Sirhan. And so here's this Moon-Pluto conjunct. If I change the time by a couple hours, an hour or two, if I change the time, you can see the moon popped out right there. It's very precise when you're using the transiting moon, because you can line it right up to exactly on top of Pluto. That's the transiting moon. When the transiting moon gets in a bad spot, it's a problem. And so if we go down here and look at the, all these sextiles is probably representative of a good thing, that he won California. But other than that, he's got a lot of squares. Whole lot of squares. And it turns out that several of the squares form, with the Moon-Pluto conjunct, a grand square. So you can see here, that's a square, 90 degrees, 30, 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. So there's a grand square, and it's involving a Moon-Pluto conjunct for Bobby Kennedy. And then if we go to Marilyn Monroe, looky here, another Moon-Pluto conjunct, and a whole bunch of squares. Look at all those squares, a lot of inconjuncts. Inconjuncts, in my opinion, are not good. They're kind of a destabilizing factor. And squares are like hard to conquer problems. And you can see the orbs aren't particularly big. They're a close matchup. This one's probably, these two are pretty close, almost exactly the same degree. And I haven't looked those up, but in general, squares and inconjuncts and semisextiles are kind of bad. I've seen them pop up a lot in bad charts, events that have gone wrong. And so, I'm saying that Marilyn Monroe had a grand square, something close to a grand square. You can see that this is a square, this is a square, and from here, see, it's all in the same degree. It's all like piled up here, and these are a bunch of squares, and there's your, if we change the time a little bit, go a hour behind, 2 hours behind, you can see it's Moon-Pluto conjunct in Marilyn Monroe's chart when she died, or at least when she took the pills. See, this is the day before. If I reset this, this is the day before she died, but it's kind of early in the morning. I'm guessing somebody said, "Oh, she's just sleeping in. Let's not disturb her." And that was probably the time that she double dosed the barbiturates, and probably not staying away from the alcohol too much, and that was probably what did it. So no, don't mess with firearms. Don't mess with too much security. Don't mess up with partying with too many friends that are of questionable nature. So that was Marilyn Monroe, and here we have another famous personality. But the date I'm projecting, September 3rd, 2022, today is August 8th of 2022. And here's September 3rd for somebody born July 22nd, 1992. And here's that Moon-Pluto conjunct. Nasty. And you can see it's very precisely aligned with a grand square, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90. So that's That right there is a grand square involving a moon Pluto conjunct. And this birthday is Selena Gomez. So stay away from drugs and alcohol, Selena. Stay away from questionable people. And don't do any celebrity functions, or it could go badly.